Hello, I'm Mr. Vasquez and I'm here to continue teaching you algebra, the basics on algebra. This is Math Months and this is very easy for you. The explanations that you needed for you to teach your children at home. That's the reason I always name my videos Math Months because this is for you. For you that you need to help your children. In math, when they ask you anything about algebra, trigonometry, calculus, you can help them immediately with this explanation. So this is for you. Thank you very much. And this is the third video on order of operations. The same lesson because it's very important. We need to practice here. I have chosen two problems for you to continue with this analysis. How can we solve easily these problems? And you will feel very, very excited. You will feel the emotion of understand perfectly well this with all the missing steps. Remember, I will begin with the English part and then I will change into Spanish for making the final review on this. Okay, ready? Let me begin with this. And okay, let me prepare my problems. Okay, so here they are. These are the problems that I have chosen for you to understand, but very easily, very, very easily, step by step. So first, and now I like it because this is like a white board. Do you remember a whiteboard? Like before the whiteboards, we had blackboards at school, but then we began using the whiteboards. And then this is like a whiteboard. Let me use this. Okay, but I need the black color. Okay, here it is. Let's begin with letter E. Go directly to the problems because what I need to practice with you here along with you all how can I make all these numbers. For example, if we have, concentrate on letter E, 6 plus 4 raised to the second power, everything divided by 3 raised to the second power times, do you see a point in the middle between 3 raised to the second power and 4? Okay, at that denominator, we have a numerator and a denominator. First, you need to concentrate on what is the format. What is the format here? The format is a fraction, yes or no? That's the format that we are going to consider for solving this problem. So let's begin working with the numerator, or what we can do is we can put a line. Let me begin using the eraser because we need to, okay, now we need okay, like but of course, okay, so let's begin using putting a line. I'm sorry because I didn't do it correctly, but concentrate on the numerator because once we practice more and more and more and more, we are going to do very beautiful all the lines. And if we have fractions or square roots, we have a square root, and then I had problems making the square root. Do you see the square root? Okay. But what are we going to do first according to PEMDAS? If we have 6 plus 4 raised to the second power, go directly to the problem. So first we need to keep everything, the number 6 plus, and then the first step is solving the exponent, because we have exponent, we don't have a parenthesis in the numerator. We are concentrated in the numerator here, okay? So first we are going, if we don't have a parenthesis, you don't need to use a parenthesis, only keep the number, because now you have 4 raised to the second power. If you consider how much it is, 4 to the second power is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. So let's put the 16 and check that we don't need the parentheses, because in the last lesson I told you that if we solve an exponent we need to use a parenthesis, but if we have already a parenthesis or we have a negative sign, we are going to practice this in the future. Here we don't need it. And also we are going to work separated the denominator. What is the first step in the denominator? Is 3 times 3, because we need to raise 3 to the second power and keep the rest of the expression at the denominator. 3 times 3 is 9. Let's try to make a beautiful 9. We are going to practice it. But now we have a times. Let's put the point here. And 4. Okay. So what is the next step? The next step here is continue. First, let's make the line. Okay, it is better. So let's continue with this. So where do we have in the numerator? The numerator we have 6 plus 16. And then this will be 22. Let's try to make a beautiful 20. So it's better with the practice. Okay. So the numerator is 22. And the denominator, 9 times 4 is 36. 3, let's check if we can make, and 6. Okay, but it's positive. Positive because remember the little frog is going to help us using when we need to solve additions and subtractions. Okay, but in this case the little frog is only the numerator because the denominator is a multiplication. So positive 6 plus 16 is positive 22. Let's check this away because now we have only numbers, but when we have variables on or expressions, terms, that includes numbers and variables, but first we need to work this way. The signs, check if it's an addition or subtraction, and check the sign with a little frog, and if it's a multiplication, first the sign. Positive 9 times positive 4 will be positive 36. And now, but that is not the final answer, because every time if we have a fraction, we need to reduce, we need to simplify the fraction. So what we need to do here is put like we need to divide by 2. Begin dividing by the simplest number for you. Probably if you have another option like 3 or 5 or any prime number, you can do it, but you need to visualize perfectly well that you can divide numerator and the denominator by the same number. What is 1/2 of 22 is 11. 11 divided by what? By what is 1/2 of 36 is 18. Okay, 18 will be the denominator, and this is, let me put this in a circle because this is our final answer, because we cannot simplify anymore this fraction. Because 11 is a prime number, only can be divided by 11, but 18 cannot be divided by 11. So that's the final answer. Let's go to the next letter F, and then we are going to review this in Spanish very, very quickly. Okay, letter F. So what did I tell you? What did I tell you that is the first step? We need to imagine the format, and the format that we have here, it's this. This is our format because we are going to have a minus 2 times a big bracket. Brackets means like a parenthesis. Remember, it's the same thing like a parenthesis, a bracket or braces. So let's concentrate inside the bracket, and inside the bracket we have a subtraction and then a multiplication, but we have a square root and then an addition of 5. So what are we going to do first? We need to concentrate in the deepest part of the problem, the deepest part of the bracket or the parenthesis, the square